It was vanished without a trace, the disappearances that shook America. In the shadow of American history, certain disappearances have echoed through the years, leaving behind only whispers and chilling questions. These vanishings are more than mere headlines. They are unsolved mysteries that have haunted families, captivated the public, and sparked endless speculation. Some of these cases remain unsolved to this day, each story adding layers to the dark fabric of America's most perplexing mysteries. This is the story of those disappearances, enigmatic, haunting, and unforgettable. Be Stoon, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart. The story of Amelia Earhart, the famed aviator who disappeared in 1937 while attempting to fly around the world, remains one of the most famous disappearances in American history. On July 2, 1937, Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, vanished somewhere over the Pacific Ocean. Despite a massive search operation, no trace of their plane or remains was ever found. The world was left with countless theories. Did they crash into the ocean? Did they land on an uninhabited island and perish there? Or did they somehow survive, only to fade into obscurity? As time passed, the speculation surrounding her disappearance grew. Some believe she was captured by the Japanese, others insist she survived and lived under a different name. Yet no conclusive evidence has ever emerged. Amelia's final fate remains a tantalizing enigma, and her disappearance continues to captivate the imagination of the world. The mysterious vanishing of the Sodder children. One of the most haunting disappearances in American history took place on Christmas Eve, 1945, when 5 of the 10 Sodder children disappeared without a trace following a house fire in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The fire consumed their family home, yet no remains were found in the rubble. The parents, George and Jenny Sodder, were left devastated not only by the loss of their children, but by the perplexing nature of their disappearance. The family was convinced that their children had not perished in the fire. They believed the children had been abducted, and after years of investigation, they discovered unsettling details. The fire had been unusual, with reports of suspicious behavior in the area. The local authorities did little to help the Sodders, and many questions surrounding the case remain unanswered. Despite their efforts, the fate of the 5 children remains one of the greatest mysteries of the 20th century. The disappearance of Jim Thompson, the Thai Silk King. Jim Thompson, the American businessman credited with revitalizing Thailand's silk industry, vanished without a trace on Easter Sunday, 1967. Thompson was last seen taking a walk through the jungle near his vacation home in Malaysia. Despite a massive search, no trace of Thompson was ever found. The disappearance baffled authorities, who could not find any evidence to explain what had happened to him. Over the years, rumors and conspiracy theories swirled around Thompson's disappearance. Some believed he had been murdered by political enemies due to his close ties to the Thai royal family, while others speculated that he had staged his own disappearance. No one knows for sure, and Thompson's mysterious vanishing continues to intrigue people worldwide. The vanishing of Etan Patz. On May 25, 1979, 6-year-old Etan Patz disappeared while walking to his school bus in New York City. Etan's disappearance marked the beginning of a new era in child abduction cases. His case became a symbol of the dangers children faced in the city, and it sparked widespread fear and public awareness about missing children. For over 30 years, the case remained unsolved. The investigation into Etan's disappearance included numerous suspects, including a man named Pedro Hernandez, who confessed to abducting and killing Etan. However, his confession was later disputed, leading to more uncertainty about the case. Itan's fate remains unresolved, and his story is a haunting reminder of the vulnerability of children and the enduring pain of families left in limbo. The disappearance of the Beaumont children. The Beaumont children, Jane 9, Anna 7 and Grant 4, vanished from Glenelg Beach in Australia on January 26, 1966. Their disappearance remains one of the most famous and heartbreaking cases in Australian history, and its mystery reverberated across the world. Although this case didn't occur in the United States, it captivated the American public due to its eerie similarities to other famous disappearances. The children were last seen playing on the beach, and despite a massive search effort, no trace of them was ever found. Numerous theories have emerged over the years, including speculation that they were abducted by a stranger. The case remains unsolved, and the fate of the Beaumont children remains an enduring mystery. The disappearance of Tara Calico. On September 20th, 1988, 19-year-old Tara Calico disappeared while riding her bicycle in Belen, New Mexico. She was last seen by her mother as she set off on her usual morning ride. When Tara didn't return, her mother called the police, but no one was able to locate her. Several weeks later, a disturbing photograph surfaced, showing a young woman who resembled Tara, along with a man and a boy, bound and gagged in the back of a van. Although many believed the photo was proof that Tara had been kidnapped, it was never conclusively proven to be her. Despite numerous leads and several suspects, Tara's disappearance remains unsolved. Her case continues to baffle investigators, and her family has never given up hope that they will one day uncover the truth. The disappearance of Lauren Spira. Lauren Spira, a 20-year-old student at Indiana University, disappeared on June 3, 2011, after a night out with friends in Bloomington, Indiana. Lauren had been drinking and was seen leaving a party, but after that, she vanished without a trace. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no one has been able to determine what happened to her. Over the years, many theories have emerged, including the possibility of foul play or a tragic accident. But no concrete evidence has ever surfaced to explain her disappearance. The case remains an open mystery, with Lauren's parents continuing to search for answers. The disappearance of the missing flight MH372. While not an American case, the disappearance of Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 in 2014 captivated people worldwide, including in the United States. The flight, en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, disappeared from radar over the South China Sea with 239 people on board. Despite extensive search efforts, only scattered debris from the plane has been found, and the fate of the passengers and crew remains unknown. The mystery surrounding flight MH370 has sparked numerous theories, from technical failure to deliberate sabotage, and even claims of hijacking. The disappearance has raised many questions about modern aviation, the limits of technology, and the lengths authorities must go to solve such a massive mystery. A legacy of unsolved mysteries. The aforementioned cases are just a few examples of the numerous disappearances that have gripped the American public. They are more than just tragic stories. They represent the unknown, the unexplainable, and the fears that lurk in the shadows. Some of these cases have been solved, but many remain a mystery, a testament to the enduring nature of the unknown. As long as there are unanswered questions, the specter of these vanishings will continue to haunt the American consciousness. For the families involved, the pain is not only in the loss, but in the enduring uncertainty. They live with the hope that one day the truth will emerge and the missing will be found. But until then, the mysteries remain unsolved, continuing to captivate and disturb all who hear them. Vanished without a trace. The disappearances that shook America. Invites the reader into the chilling world of the unknown, where disappearances, theories, and mysteries continue to keep us on the edge of our seats. Vanished without a trace. The disappearances that shook America. Part 2. As the years have passed, these disappearances have become more than just tragic stories. They've evolved into real-life mysteries that spark debates, investigations, and theories. But the questions continue to haunt, unanswered, and unresolved. What happened to these people? Could they still be alive today? And if not, what sinister forces might be behind their disappearances? Let's delve deeper into the questions that continue to fuel these mysteries. Amelia Earhart. Did she live? One of the most puzzling aspects of Amelia Earhart's disappearance is the lingering question, could she have survived? Over the decades, many theories have been put forward. Some believe she might have crashed on a remote island, where she lived out her final days in isolation. Others insist that she was captured by the Japanese, with reports suggesting she was seen in a prison camp. Still, some hold the more hopeful theory that she managed to make it to a small island, surviving for years before disappearing completely. Could Earhart have been rescued by someone who never came forward? What happened to Fred Noonan? Did he survive the crash? Were there cover-ups? Why did the US government stop searching so abruptly? The Sodder children. Were they abducted? The mystery of the Sodder children is full of questions that have never been answered. Despite evidence suggesting the fire may have been intentionally set, the absence of remains or any clear trace of the children points to something far more sinister. The family's suspicions grew after they uncovered strange phone calls and odd occurrences before and after the fire. Why did the fire not leave any trace of the children? Could they have escaped the house in time? Who were the mysterious strangers seen near the house? Could they have been involved in the disappearance? Did someone have a vendetta against the Sodder family, or was it a random act of evil? Jim Thompson. Political conspiracy or kidnapping? The disappearance of Jim Thompson, the man who helped bring Thai silk to the global stage, remains an enduring mystery. His friends and family still believe that he was either murdered or abducted, possibly by people who felt threatened by his influence. Theories abound, but no one has ever been able to answer the most pressing question of all. Was Thompson taken by political forces, or was he the victim of an orchestrated plot by a business rival? Could he have simply disappeared on his own accord, tired of his life and looking for a fresh start? What was the significance of the mysterious phone call he made just before he vanished? Ethan Patz. Who took him? Ethan Patz's disappearance left the world gripped with fear, particularly because it was one of the first cases where a missing child became a nationwide obsession. But despite years of investigation, no one knows for sure what happened to him. Was it a random act of violence or something more sinister? Many people have come forward with various theories, but the truth remains elusive. Who was the mysterious man seen near Ethan before he disappeared? Was he responsible for the kidnapping? Could someone in Ethan's family have been involved? Or was there a dark secret that no one knew about? What role did the confession of Pedro Hernandez play in this case, and why is it still so controversial? Tara Calico, a kidnapper's trophy. Tara Calico's case has left investigators and the public with more questions than answers. The discovery of the photo showing a woman and 2 children bound and gagged in a van has haunted her family and the world. Could it be Tara? Was she the victim of a twisted kidnapping, or was this all part of a larger conspiracy that has yet to be uncovered? Was the woman in the photo Tara, And if so, who was the man and child with her? Why did the people involved in Tara's disappearance never come forward? Could Tara still be alive somewhere, held captive by those who took her? Lauren Spira, a party gone wrong. The disappearance of Lauren Spira raised questions about the nature of the college experience, the vulnerability of young adults, and the people around them. Could Lauren have simply wandered off in a confused state, or did someone close to her have something to do with it? Was Lauren's disappearance a result of a random incident, or did someone know exactly where she was going? Why are there so many conflicting stories about the night she went missing? Could someone be hiding the truth? Could Lauren's friends or acquaintances know more than they're letting on? The Beaumont children, a serial killer's victims. The mystery of the Beaumont children remains unsolved, and with each passing year, the haunting question grows more urgent. Who took them? Some theories suggest that the children were the victims of a serial killer who had a disturbing obsession with young children. Others wonder if they were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could the Beaumont children have been abducted by someone who had been watching them for weeks or even months? Was the person who took them someone local, or did they come from outside the area? Could there be a link between the Beaumont children's disappearance and other unsolved cases of missing children? The missing flight, MH370, hijacking or malfunction. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 remains one of the most perplexing mysteries in modern aviation. Despite extensive search efforts, the wreckage found so far offers little insight into what happened to the plane. Some speculate that the aircraft was hijacked, while others point to mechanical failure or sabotage. But the true cause of the plane's disappearance has never been confirmed. Was MH370 hijacked, and if so, by whom? Could there have been a mechanical failure that caused the plane to veer off course? Why did the plane's crew not issue any distress signals before vanishing from radar? Questions that will never be answered. The mysterious disappearances of these individuals remain some of the most haunting stories in American and world history. For every answer uncovered, new questions arise. Whether they are the result of foul play, a tragic accident, or something far more sinister, the truth seems to slip further away as time goes on. Each case leaves behind families searching for answers and a public left to wonder if they will ever truly know what happened. As we continue to reflect on these mysteries, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the enduring power of the unknown. These disappearances remain a haunting reminder that not all stories have an ending, and some questions are destined to remain unanswered forever.